Hello, Twitch. It is Formula Costco. We are officially back for Season 2. It has been a long, long wait, but the wait is finally over. We are finally back and on F123 and ready to have some fun. Um, we've all been looking forward to this for a while, and the day is finally here. We're back to racing for Formula Costco. We're at Bahrain tonight for race 1 of 10, I think. Race 1 of 12 from Bahrain tonight. Then we go to Portugal next week, then Spain, then Austria, then Great Britain, then Hungary, then Belgium, then Monza, then Qatar, the new track, Coda, Brazil, and then Abu Dhabi is the season. So we have 12 races, and hopefully they're all going to be as fun as what we experienced last season. Last season was insane. So many good finishes, so many great races. Looking to do more of that today. I just hit everything on accident. So let's get everything set up like we want it. And I'm gonna go over the rosters real quick for you guys. As you could see, some people in their cars in the lobby. But I will run through everyone, even the people that are not here, as people go out on their first laps of the season for our first qualifying of the season. Who will take the first pole of the season? Put your predictions down in the chat for me if anyone's actually watching this. So first up, we have the Williams cars, which are being driven by, as you can see, they're both here, NASCAR fan and trusting Banjo. Red Bull is certainly going to be one of the favorites for the constructors' title. We have Chan and Rowdy both had strong runs last season. Rowdy was one of the championship favorites before he was unable to make the last few races, but he is back and going to see what he can do this season. Aston Martin is going to be DeMeo, who who's also running very good. He got a win at Bahrain last season, actually. He was our winner last season at Bahrain. And Boiled Ice, who ended the season incredibly hot with winning the last two races of the season, both in very dramatic fashion at Brazil, and I don't remember where the other one was. But yeah, Boiled is the defending race winner in the series, back-to-back. It was Brazil and Abu Dhabi. So he is looking to go for 3 in a row here tonight. See if he can do it. Next up, Mercedes is Cole and Slurp. Two of the fastest drivers last season who didn't race the last 3 races because of F123's release. But they were both in the championship hunt and will be looking to do the same this season. So already we have a strong field, and continuing with that, we have the McLarens of Joey, who is not here tonight, at least yet, and then Mr. Josh, Yoshi1724. Next up, Ferraris are Castron and What a Life. What a Life is here. Castron will not be joining us tonight, unfortunately. Then next up, Alfa Romeos, we got Logan, Envy Redneck, who is not here, and then Sean Funnynar, who is here. Representing the Alphas tonight. Haas is Beautybox, who is not here, at least yet. We only have one Haas, one Alpine, and one AlphaTauri. The one Alpine is Jake. He is not here tonight. And the AlphaTauri is Mr. Leafy Micro, who is making his Formula Costco debut tonight. He says he's not expecting very much, but we will see what he's able to get out of his car tonight in his first ever time on the game. As we start to see some laps tick up there on the board. But McKinnon, who is driving the Haas tonight, is one of the reserve drivers for this season. Not sure how many starts he's going to be making, as we see Rowdy go to the top of the board, P1. Some pretty nice times getting set in there already from Rowdy, Slurp, and Cole, all in the 129s. Rowdy, who was a pole machine last season, is up on top of the board early with a 129.6, 3/10 ahead of the pack. The two Mercedes of Cole and Slurp right behind him. as 9 people have set a lap. Boyle set one on inters for some reason. He's just having fun. But now the Rowdy's Red Bull teammate of Chan is back on his first out lap now. But yeah, that's all the that is all for the roster. Now we just focus on qualifying and getting into the race. So, like I said, it's been a few months since we've raced in this. A few months since I've streamed. A few months since everything's happened. It's been a little waiting period as we waited on F123 to come out. Then we're gonna wait for the Cup Series to finish. Cup Series has its championship race on Thursday. It was supposed to be last week, but the servers were not fixed. So hopefully we get that done on Thursday and the servers cooperate. But that is not our focus. Our focus is Formula Costco. So our last race at Formula Costco was, I believe, July 1st, something like that. So it has been over 2 months, almost 3 months since we have raced a Formula Costco race. So everyone's getting back to the swing of things, including myself. It's been a while since I've commentated, but I'm certainly happy to be back and hoping to provide a lot more memorable moments from these races for you guys. As Trusting Banjo has been disqualified for driving the wrong direction, and he actually said in the chat earlier today that now that all the good guys, quote unquote, are back racing, he is no longer has any shot for pole, so he is going to he's going back to doing what he did best, and that was winning Driver of the Days. Banjo is the all-time Formula Costco leader in Driver of the Days by a long margin, and so he's looking to add to those numbers. But now, let's jump on board with Chan. His teammate is P1 right now, but he is on his first lap. 11 minutes to go in the session here. Chan through Sector 1, activating that DRS zone. So, Bahrain, obviously, a very famous track in Formula 1. The season openers are usually always here or Australia, but ours is here this season. And last season, we had the absolutely insane finish with DeMeo making a 3-wide move for the lead on the last lap of the race after Joey and Rowdy made contact coming out of the first sector. So, if we are in for anything like that race, we are in for a treat because that was incredible. I almost lost my voice. Chan through Sector 2 here. Entering Sector 3, 108.3. He's got a purple Sector 2 there. Let's see if he can knock his teammate off a pole position here. It's just got one more corner to get through. On the brakes hard there at the 50 mark through the final corner. What can Chan do? It's going to be a close run to the line here. Can he do it? Oh, he is P4, 130.6, so he had the fastest sector there too, but he's got some work to do in the other 2 sectors, as he is about a second off of his Red Bull teammate. As now everyone except for NASCAR fan and Josh have posted laps. Josh looks to be on one now. Let's go to him in Sector 3, 109 time through the first 2 sectors. Let's see how that translates to his lap here. Josh to the line, it's going to be a 132.2. So that puts him 9th of the 11 who've made a lap so far. NASCAR fan is on his lap now. Has some traffic in front of him here, and the McLaren of Josh. So let's hope Josh can get out of the way here once NASCAR fan gets to him. NASCAR fan, our defending series champion. Season 1 Formula Costco champion NASCAR fan back in the Williams where he's won his championship. Honestly, had a very quiet but consistent season, and that's what won him the championship. It was down to him and Banjo the last race of the season, but it was always a long shot. NASCAR fan had that thing clenched up, and it was awesome. So NASCAR fan going to look to defend his title here in Season 2, but he has a lot of competition to do that. You got like guys at the top 5 or 6 there. All were top 5 and 6 of the championship last season. So it is definitely going to be really fun to see who can come out on top of this championship, because there are a lot of guys that I see that can win it. And obviously I think the constructor battle is going to be very fun too. You got Mercedes, Red Bull, all they're going to be vying for it, Aston Martin. You know, everybody's going to be vying for it, but those are just some favorites in my eyes. NASCAR fan goes to P6, 130.8 is his lap, as he goes beside Josh there. Rowdy, I believe, yeah, he is back on track for a second lap time. He is, I believe, the first person to go back out for their second lap, as we have 7 minutes left in qualifying here from Bahrain onto these beautiful lights on this beautiful track. As the Red Bull glowing under those lights screams through Sector 2. Rowdy wheeling it around this track as quick as he can get it. Onto the curbs there, hard left turn to the second DRS, and a little bit of oversteer there, but he's able to keep it going straight. I believe Rowdy has backed out of this lap. I believe he's probably going to give it another go here. I guess a little bit of oversteer was just too much for him to continue with for a good time. McKinnon is on his second lap. See how he's doing here. McKinnon a little bit off his previous sector one time. As Rowdy now has pulled back in the pit lane, so I believe he will give it one more go before the end of the session here. Everyone's going to have at least one more lap to try to improve their positions for the start of the race. McKinnon, one more corner to go here. Let's see what kind of time he can put up. He was always there last season, always a sneaky contender for some wins, was always consistent, but kept running into a little bit of trouble. Let's see what he can do here. 8/10 up on his previous lap, gets him to 8th place with a 131.2. Some good improvement, but I believe he might have time to get one more lap out of it. As DeMeo, defending Bahrain winner, through Sector 1 here on his second lap of the session. Pretty tidy line through there. Let's see what kind of time it is compared to his last one. 2/10 down. Good improvement from DeMeo. He needs to find about 1.2 seconds if he wants to knock Rowdy off of pole position. That is a good start through Sector 1. Now this corner right here is the most crucial corner on the track in my opinion, besides maybe turn 1. DeMeo looks to get through it pretty well. NASCAR fan leaves the session. Let's hope he gets back in. DeMeo got a really good exit through there though. Carrying momentum down this long straightaway to the DRS zone. I believe it is at least the second most important corner on the track. Let's see what kind of time DeMeo's putting together here through Sector 2. 3/10 down. Purple Sector 2 for DeMeo. Chandler's retired from the session. He will not improve on a 130.6. But DeMeo looks to have a shot here at it. Through the final corner here, if he can get through it good, he's got a shot. Yes, he does. To the line, DeMeo comes, overtake activated. The defending Bahrain winner, can he knock Rowdy off pole? No. 130.3 is 7/10 off. He got half a second up, but it was not enough. So we're seeing a lot of people get purple Sector 2s, but then struggle on the other points of the track. So that tells you how important mainly Sector 1 is, but Sector 3 as well, because Sector 3 is only a couple of corners. So it's easy to lose a lot of time there, but also gain a lot of time. Boyle to P9, he gets a 131.6 for his second flyer. With 3 minutes to go, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get another one in. This might be it for him. But we have Sean and Josh both on outlaps. But none of the top three have come back out yet. They're all waiting for the last minute here to try to get their last runs in to get a shot at pole. Our front three all within 3/10, so if any of them can find some time, it's definitely going to be interesting to see what they can do. Come on board with the ass of Sean here. Has the big kick Alfa Romeo here. The glowing red one under the night sky. 3/10 up on sector one time. That is a good improvement for him. About 2.2 seconds off of pole, so gonna take some serious digging here to get close to that, but let's see what he can do. 2 minutes left. Rowdy is coming back out for his second lap. Slurper and Cole, no moves from them yet, though. Sean down the long straightaway here into the hard left-hander. You want to get back to the gas early, get to that curb, or at least close to it so you can carry as much momentum as possible. Then wide open here through that hard right-hander. Purple sector 2 for Sean. He's 8/10 up on his lap. Another purple sector 2. We're seeing a lot of people improve. Slurper Cole are both now out of the pits and trying to go for pole. There's yellows in sector 3. That's for the Aston of Boyle. He's going to pull into the pits here. What can Sean do here? It is a 130.6, which gets him to P6. DeMeo is retired. Sean, 1.1 second improvement on his second lap. That is very good. I'm sure he will take that. Josh now is 4/10 up on his last lap, so not exactly what he was looking for here, but we'll see if he can find some time in the last half of the track. Rowdy takes the green for his second and last lap. There is 1 minute left in the session. So everyone, McKinnon is back on an outlap. He's going to try to get another one in. Slurp and Cole both need to find about 3/10 if they want to knock Rowdy off a pole here. They're both coming to the green. They're both like right behind each other, so it is going to be boom boom if one takes it and then the other takes it. So let's see what happens here. But it's going to be Rowdy heading the line first, and then Cole and Slurp after that. McKinnon is out with them as well. See if he can possibly do anything with the top three. Rowdy 4/10 down on his last time, or 4/100s, excuse me. So not the greatest sector 1 he was looking for, but sector 2, can he do any better? Let's see if Cole and Slurp are able to improve on their sector 1s at all. As Rowdy is coming through the final sector now, we'll check back this time in a second. Cole, 2/100s down. Slurp, I didn't see. So Rowdy through the final corner here was 3/10 down through sector 2. What kind of improvement is he going to get out of it here? It is going to be a 129.5. Rowdy improves by a 10th. So now 4/10 is what Slurp and Cole have to find here. Through the hard left-hander, here comes Slurp. Cole is already through it. Wait. Oh, Cole retired. Okay, so it's just Slurp here. He has to find about 4/10 on his last lap to make anything happen here. He was quicker in sector 1 than his last time. Let's see what the time is through sector 2. Does he have a shot? Oh, plus 1/100th, or 9/100ths. So it's going to be tough here for Slurp if he's going to knock Rowdy off a pole. But can he find any time here in the last 3 sectors? Oh, no, he's going to bin it. And, oh, terrible crash for the Mercedes. And that is going to do it. Rowdy Jacob, once again, takes P1. He is your pole sitter for Bahrain. The pole god from last season is making his presence known once again. As he wins pole by 3/10 over Slurp, 4/10 over Cole, then DeMeo, Chan, Sean, What a Life NASCAR fan McKinnon, Boyd, Josh, Levy, and Banjo is your grid for tonight's Bahrain race. Not sure what happened to Cole there on his last lap. I think he had some sort of internet issues. But hopefully he will be in the race and all will be good to go. But I believe Rowdy had at least like 5 poles last season, so he adds another one to his resume. So, going into the race, we're going to get right into it here. There's no formation lap to go over the starting lineup. No time for the guys to warm up their tires. It is going to be go to the grid and go because formation lap is unfortunately broken on F123. So, we are just going to be heading to the grid and getting lights out immediately. But we are almost ready to rumble for 29 laps under the Bahrain lights. Who will take the first win of Season 2? Oh, we're off. Holy... Okay, that was fast. I didn't even... Okay. Rowdy is up to first. He holds the lead, but DeMeo has a decent run at him. DeMeo jumps both Mercedes on the start there to get P2. I honestly did not even know the start was happening. I am a terrible commentator. I'm sorry, guys. DeMeo's looking to the outside here into turn 2. Can he make anything happen? He's all over the rear wing of Rowdy. Rowdy gets a little bit loose. DeMeo's looking to the bottom. He's on the softs compared to Rowdy on the mediums here. Now I give him a little bit of an edge. But it's Cole, or Slurp Cole. What a Life jumps to 5th. Sean to 6th. Boyle to 7th. Josh 8th. Chan down to 9th from his P6 spot. Then McKinnon, Leafy, NASCAR Fan, and Banjo. The Williams at the back right now. Oh, Rowdy hit the curb a little bit. DeMeo hit him in the rear wing. Hopefully he doesn't have any damage. Truck map? Okay. Rowdy away with a half a second lead over DeMeo, but he has Slurp and Cole for close company behind him. Then you got What a Life a second back in P5 through the final 2 corners here of lap 1 of the season. Let's see if this changes here. DeMeo jumps up 2, Boiled up 3. Josh and Leafy both have 2. Chan down 6 to 11th. He has not had a great start to this race. Rowdy leads lap 1 over DeMeo, Cole, and Slurp. He sets the fastest lap. The 2 Mercedes look to be in very close company behind them. Wonder if Slurp is able to make a move here into turn 1. Not quite yet. DeMeo right up to the back of Rowdy once again. I believe Chen actually had some internet issues, left the session. DeMeo has a great run here. He's going to go to the outside. DeMeo looking for the lead on lap 2, the defending Bahrain winner. Looking to go back to the lead. Not quite. Rowdy's going to close it off. A little bit of contact there, but no harm done. DeMeo on these softs is looking to make moves and make them fast because they are going to wear out and he's going to need that advantage. He clearly has the grip advantage over Rowdy here. He gets to the back bumper a couple of times. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see what tires everyone's on. So, Rowdy's on the mediums, DeMeo on the softs, Cole on the mediums, then you have Slurp, What a Life, Boiled all on the hards. The only people in the field on hards are those 3, 4, 5, 6. Then everyone down except for Leafy is on the medium tires. So DeMeo and Leafy, the only 2 guys that started on softs this race. So let's see how that plays into their hands. Chan actually did disconnect from the server. So his AI was controlling him for the first lap of the race. That's why he's all the way down in last right now. So he's going to have some recovering to do if he wants to get some points today. But Rowdy 7/10 ahead of DeMeo on lap 2, 133.2 as the fastest lap of the race. And now DRS will be enabled. As we jump into turn 1, DeMeo will have DRS here through this straightaway, as will the two Mercedes behind him. They have distanced themselves from What a Life and P5. The only other real battles I see are between the two Williams guys and Chan, and then McKinnon and Sean. But none are as close as these front four are. DeMeo sets the purple sector 1 as he tries to make the most out of these soft tires, but I believe he has to be getting a little bit frustrated not being able to get the lead and try to pull away with these newer tires, these better tires. The DRS is going to pull him up just ever so slightly as it jumps down to now 0.6 of a second. Now 0.7 as McKinnon does get by Sean for 7th. They're still battling back here. Let's go check in on this battle. Sean takes it back. McKinnon going to look for a little bit of crossover here through that wide open right-hander, but nothing doing there. Sean able to hold 7th for now. McKinnon got a pretty nice run off that corner though. They have Josh for close company behind them. McKinnon does a run at it. Is he going to look to the inside here, going to the last corner? Not quite. He's going to back out of it. Cole sets fast lap. Here comes McKinnon. He got a nice run. But Cole is having a run at DeMeo, I believe, here, as he set the fastest lap of the race and is closed right up to these front two. DeMeo now 0.4 back. McKinnon has looked for the move and taken P7 into turn 1. Here comes Josh to the inside of Sean for 8th here as well. Sean trying not to lose 2 positions in one corner. He's able to hold P8 for the moment. But Josh has DRS and is looking to make a move. To the inside here goes Josh on Sean. Not quite. He's going to back out of it, try to get a good run off here to get back alongside him. Not going to do it though. Sean able to hold 8th for now, but Josh is still all over him. McKinnon tries to pull away from these guys. Back to the front 4. Cole is right on the rear wing of DeMeo, who is close to Rowdy as well. It is once again a great battle between these front 4 drivers, as they have now put 4 seconds between themselves and 5th place What a Life. As now Josh does get by Sean at 8th here. So Sean down from 7th to 9th here on lap 4. There's still a long way to go. Anything can happen. Oh, Cole, nice save. He got hooked on the curb there in the last corner. That was an awesome save by Cole. I am shocked that he's still going the right direction. He barely even lost any time. He's still 0.4 back of DeMeo here. Wow, that was almost disaster from the Mercedes driver who dives into turn 1, trying to keep up with these front 2. As Rowdy now is blinking as he is very low in overtake. All these guys behind him have decent numbers. DeMeo and Slurp still in the 50s. But Rowdy is struggling for power here. And that might give DeMeo the perfect opportunity to pounce here. Perhaps into turn 1 on the next lap if he's able to have a good lap. Oh, Cole's going to dive to the outside here. Not quite. He's going to look for the crossover move. He is not quite there. But Cole looking for second. He's being very aggressive. After that awesome save he had after getting hooked on the curbs. Got a really nice run through that corner. DeMeo losing touch with Rowdy a little bit. He's 0.8 back now. They do not want to lose that DRS off of that Red Bull. Cole just kind of sticking with him, and then his teammate Slurp is sticking with them as well. Chandler's recovered up to 11th after that bad lap 1 he had because of the AI controlling him. McKinnon is actually closing up to Boyle. Now McKinnon is looking very quick here. He's making up spots in a hurry. Jump and see if he can get by Boyle, the other Aston Martin. Into the last corner they go, as Cole is going to have a DRS. He is an awesome run on DeMeo here to the outside. Cole goes. That run kind of died though. I don't wonder if he let off the overtake button. He might have. I think Cole let off the overtake button there to not pass DeMeo because they don't want to lose Rowdy. DeMeo is doing a great job at conserving overtake, though. As Sean and Josh are still battling for 8th. McKinnon has just gotten by Boyle up into 6th place. Rowdy's still blinking up there, struggling for overtake. Sean and Josh are still going at it for 8th here. Let's check this battle. Sean hops the curb. Here comes Josh back to the inside once again. These two seem to always have fierce battles in these races. As DeMeo now has lost DRS off of Rowdy. Oh, that's good. He just got very loose into the sharp left-hander there. But losing DRS is not what he wanted to see. He's going to have to try to use some of that battery to close back. Oh, I'm sorry. Cole got this P2. That's what happened. So I did think DeMeo made some sort of error, and Cole was able to get up into 2nd place. Now he is going to try to run down Rowdy. He's already back in the DRS range by a good margin, is using that battery to try to stick with him here. He has already opened an 8/10 gap for DeMeo, so DeMeo's soft seems to be falling off here, as now Slurp on the hards is going to look for a move here, I'm sure of it, into turn 1. Yeah, DeMeo looks like he's struggling. He's loose off every corner here. Slurp with a ton of battery still saved up is going to activate DRS. Will he be able to get a move done into turn 1? Looks like he's not going to go for it. I like the way Slurp is playing this, though. He's playing it really conservative. He has a really good run now. Here he goes. Oh no, he's letting DeMeo stay in front of him. He is not making the move yet, so Slurp is being very, very conservative here early in this race, trying to save his tires, save his overtake, and he's going to make all of his moves at the end, which is what paid him massive dividends last season when he was with McLaren. As Josh and NASCAR Fan are now going at it for 8th place. NASCAR Fan moving up to P8, as now Chan has rejoined them in 10th. He's going to look to the inside here of Josh going into this right-hander. Really get the move done. Chan, after that rough start, is now looking to get up into P9. But it's going to be side-by-side here going into this left-hander. I'm not sure how much I like this. Chan on the curb. There's a little bit of contact. They're both able to keep going straight. Chan activates DRS and his battery, but it's going to be a drag race down into the left-hander. Josh still has the preferred inside line. Will Chan be able to hold it on the outside here? He is going to. What a nice move from Chan up into 9th place. Now McKinnon is going after Boyle once again. They are side-by-side into this right-hander into Sector 3. Boyle able to hold that high line and take 6th place back from McKinnon. McKinnon had gotten it before, but perhaps Boyle's hard's now starting to come into the picture here, as DeMeo lets Slurp by on the straightaway there, with Slurp using a little bit of his battery now finally, and some ERS and some DRS to get the move done. Now he's going to try to stick with Cole and Rowdy, who are 1 and 2 still. Cole is just kind of hanging out there, but they both do not have a lot of battery at all. They're both less than 10%. Meanwhile, Slurp has 38, and DeMeo has 33. Give a quick shout out to Whatalife here in the Ferrari running 5th, just kind of doing his own thing. He is all by himself. 6 seconds back at the car in front of him and 6 seconds ahead of the car behind him. So he is just having a grand old time. Chan now is not able to pull away from Josh quite yet here at Sector 1, as he looks to try to close in on NASCAR Fan, the defending champion. Chan hops the curb there. He is looks like he's struggling a little bit. I believe these medium tires for these guys will start to fall off here shortly, and that is when we will see guys like Slurp and Boyle make their moves, and Wildlife as well. But I think DeMeo's just kind of holding on for dear life right now, just trying to stick in DRS and not lose these guys, because his softs have worn out, I imagine, quicker than he hoped. Let's see if Slurp can hopefully hold on to DRS here in the detection point. Yes, he will. Rowdy, 8/10 lead. He has led all 8 laps of this race. 21 laps to go in Bahrain. 21. Cole now closes it up to under half a second with the DRS into turn 1. Rowdy blinking with low ERS. Cole has about 10%. These guys not saving much. Meanwhile, Slurp has about 35. DeMeo's been able to save his overtake now and get back to about 35%. as these front four continue to be inseparable at the moment, as they are just DRS trading their way ahead from the rest of the field. As you see back there at 10th and 11, Josh and Sean are still around each other, which was a common theme last season. They always had fierce battles, and they were always so fun to watch. And they've already had a couple this race. It looks like it might continue. Let's go see here. Those two following Chan, 9th, 10th, 11th. Banjo back there in P12. Banjo's not had quite the race he hoped for today. Looks like that drive of the day might not be happening, but there's still a long way to go. Checking back in on the front four battle, still the same. Cole just kind of hanging out 6/10 back of Rowdy, who only has 6% battery going onto the front stretch. Cole about 14 as we complete lap 9. Full activating DRS is going to pull him ever closer. DeMeo to the pits now. Those softs are done. DeMeo is the first car to come to the boxes in this race. Let's see what kind of tires he puts on. I believe is he going to the hards? That's my guess. No, mediums. So it looks like DeMeo's going for a two-stop strategy this race, which I'm not sure if that'll pay off, but he certainly has the speed to do it. So let's see where he rejoins here. He's going to hopefully rejoin in some clean traffic, but oh, not quite. He's going to be right in this mess of the alphas with Sean and Josh. Comes out right ahead of Banjo, so now he's going to have to make quick work of these guys on these fresh mediums here and make as much time as he can for that big undercut he's going for. As Leafy now pits as well, so both soft runners have made pit stops here on lap 10. Back on board with Rowdy, continues to lead. Cole now 3/10 back. He's just kind of hanging out. I believe pit stops are going to be crucial for these guys. I wonder when they pull the trigger, knowing that DeMeo is on this undercut strategy, but I believe he's going for a two-stop, because I don't think mediums can go 20 laps. That'd be a little bit crazy, but who knows? We'll see. I believe the hard runners are definitely going to go a ways longer. Onto the front stretch here. Cole is 3/10 back. Rowdy's going to pit. Rowdy to the box a lot earlier than I expected, to be honest, on those medium tires. So Rowdy is going to try to counter the DeMeo undercut. He's going to go on soft, so Rowdy's also going for a two-stop strategy. This is very interesting. Oh, he's being held for a while here. What is going on? Oh, it lagged. Okay. So Rowdy's also going for a two-stop. He's going to mediums to softs, so I believe he'll go to another set of mediums in about 8 laps or so, would be my guess. Let's see where he comes out in relation to DeMeo here. He is going to come out right beside his teammate Chan, right in front of DeMeo, about a second ahead. Chan's going to let him go here, and Rowdy's going to take off on those new soft tires and try to put some distance between himself and that Aston Martin of DeMeo, who is closing fast. DeMeo also has a lot more battery than these two Red Bulls, so he's going to try to make quick work of Chan here. He's going to look to the inside, not quite there, but he has much more grip. He should make this move pretty easily into this right-hander here. Chan going way left. DeMeo going to look to the outside here. Chan going to let him have it. So DeMeo back up to 8th now, passing Chan. There's yellows in sector 2. Looks like everything's fine there. Looks like Sean was maybe slow. I'm not entirely sure. Now Cole has opened up a 1.2 second gap on his Mercedes teammate of Slurp, and they are 10 seconds ahead of What a Life, who is now P3. But I wonder how fast Cole responds to this move by Rowdy and DeMeo here to come to the pits. Will he respond? It looks like no. So Cole, I believe, is probably going for a one-stop. I believe these two Mercedes are both going to be on one-stop strategies, but it's going to be very interesting to see how that works as opposed to the two-stop that Rowdy and DeMeo are on. So we have a very interesting strategy race on our hands, and we're just going to have to wait to see how it plays out. Meanwhile, McKinnon is caught Boyled again. He is going to go flying past him at DRS into turn 1. So McKinnon up to 4th now. Boyled with a big dive into turn 1. Looks to the outside, but McKinnon is going to pull away with DRS once again. McKinnon up to 4th place. He has a 6.5 second gap to close to What a Life, however, so let's see if he can do anything about that. But, checking back in on this, Rowdy has passed NASCAR Fan for 6th. DeMeo right behind him, trying to keep as close to that Red Bull as he can, knowing that Rowdy's going to have the tire advantage now, but he should have it at the end of the race if he's able to go on to another set of softs. NASCAR Fan going to let DeMeo go here. These guys being very courteous on these older tires. Rowdy also going to look to the outside of Boyd. Ooh, that's close racing. Boyd got very loose there on the exit, and that allowed Rowdy to pull away in a big way. Cole, your leader now. The two Mercedes coming through the final corner to complete lap 12. Boyd going to let his Aston Martin teammate go here, as DeMeo is now 1.9 behind Rowdy on that two-stop strategy, as they are back up into 4th and 5th. Rowdy now looking for a move on McKinnon. Having a lift here to get the crossover move. He's going to have DRS. This is allowing DeMeo to close in, but Rowdy's going to have DRS here and should get this move done on McKinnon pretty easily on these newer tires. Yes, there you go. Rowdy back up to 4th place, as NASCAR Fan gets by Boyd for 7th. As no one else pitted quite yet, it's just been Rowdy, DeMeo, and Leafy who have made their way to the pit lane. Everyone else still has to make at least one more stop, but I believe everyone else that's staying out right now is going to be going for a one-stop, so it is either going to be mediums to hards or hards to mediums for these guys. And it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out between the one-stop and two-stop runners, as DeMeo closes up to the Haas of McKinnon. McKinnon with a big snap of oversteer there on the exit. DeMeo going to use his overtake in DRS and get by him here, up into 5th. As that gap to Rowdy is now 2.4.3. Rowdy is pushing for all he's got right now. He's gotten 2 seconds out of that gap that What a Life had to him. And he is looking to be way ahead once Cole and Slurp do eventually make their stops. As actually Slurp, as I say that, is going to go into the lead here in turn 1. So new leader Slurp takes the lead from his Mercedes teammate, as Cole, oh my gosh, he's very loose back there. As Rowdy's has the fast lap of the race, 132.8. I told you he was flying. He is indeed flying. So Cole now starting to struggle on those mediums. Slurp coming alive on those hard tires, and he's going to look to pull away here. Slurp bided his time to save his tires. He is now opening up a gap to his teammate, who I believe should be coming into the pits probably this lap, if I had to guess. Back on board with the Red Bull of Rowdy, who continues to close up to that Ferrari of What a Life for P3. These guys are flying now, but then again, they're going to have to make another pit stop along with these other guys. So right now is basically where they will all rejoin, except they're going to be on better tires, at least for now. That'll obviously change once the other guys box. But we're going to jump back on board with the 2 guys at the front here, see if either of them pull the trigger and come into the pit lane. I believe we should probably see Cole come in here, I would think. No! Cole continuing to stay out. Is he going for a medium to soft strategy, perhaps? As we pass halfway in the race, 15 to go. Cole still out there on the mediums. No one else pitting yet, so honestly, I'm surprised that the medium runners didn't come in on that lap, as it's exactly halfway to the end of the race. As I say that, McKinnon and NASCAR Fan both pulled the trigger coming to the pits here. So Chan is in as well. So finally some other pit stops happening. Banjo is in as well. So 4 guys decide to go on to their last compound of the race. For McKinnon NASCAR Fan, it's the hards. Actually, for Chan, it's the hards as well. And then Banjo will get also get a set of hard tires as they all rejoin the track. right at the halfway point of the race. As Cole now keeping very close proximity to Slurp. They are continuing to work together as Rowdy has gotten by What a Life for P3. He's 13.5 seconds off the lead, but he will obviously take it once they pit. But then he will be relegated back to that gap once he pits again. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here, because I don't know, that's a lot of gap to make up. But on the fresher tires, Rowdy can at least give it a really good shot. As Cole hops the curb there, and he is going to pit now. Cole finally, with 15 to go, is going to come into the pits and get these medium tires off. And I believe Slurp will probably follow soon, if not the next lap. So there are the hard tires going on to Cole's Mercedes. And back out on the track he goes. Rowdy goes flying by, so does What a Life, and so does DeMeo. And I believe he should get back in front of Boyle, but no, Boyle is coming into the pits as well. So, Boyle off the hard tires, onto a set of mediums here for his one and only stop of the race. He is back out of the pits. Clean stop for the Aston boys. Sean deciding to stay out, as is Josh. So, yet to make their pit stops are Slurp, What a Life, and Sean and Josh. I believe DeMeo could go to the end on those mediums. Oh, Rowdy really loose there off that corner. Gonna lose a little bit of time there as DeMeo passes What a Life for P3. He is 2.6 back of Rowdy. Yellow's to sector 2. Oh, did Rowdy crash? Yes, Rowdy crashed. He ghosted there out of that corner as DeMeo now gets by, and so does What a Life. So DeMeo now the leader on that alternate strategy, and he could possibly go to the end on those mediums. There's no way Rowdy makes it to the end on those softs. So now Rowdy at a big disadvantage after that mistake coming out of that hard left-hander. Slurp now does come into the pits, as we'll watch his pit stop here as he goes onto a new set of mediums. Now we're going to watch DeMeo here. DeMeo flying down the front stretch. He's going to easily get to the lead. What a Life now comes into the pits as well. So DeMeo way gone into the lead. Now, can he make these tires last to the end? I don't know if that's his strategy or not, but if it is, it could probably work. Actually, you guys see a lot of oversteer there. Rowdy 5.6 back of DeMeo. Then you have Cole and Slurp, who have just pitted. Second back of him. They're trying to warm up these tires desperately. But they're going to have some work to do close into that Aston Martin of DeMeo. As now everyone except for Josh and Sean has made at least one stop in the race. I believe Josh and Sean will be coming to the pits very soon. As we ride on board with Cole and Slurp, who are once again right next to each other. As they ride behind the Red Bull of Rowdy, who is on those soft tires who have to be getting worn out by now. They're going to try to make quick work of him here and try to help each other get up to DeMeo, who is 5 seconds away. Here goes Cole now with a move into the final corner. Rowdy going to hold him tight. Actually, he's going to dive back to the outside. A little bit of contact there, but he's going to get the move done. Cole to second. Now Slurp going for third. Should be pretty easy. There is DRS. And Slurp gets the move done into P3. Is going to stick with his Mercedes teammate here, who has a huge run. Slurp's going to go for it, actually. He's going to go for second place here. Mercedes teammates side by side into turn 1. Cole going to hang around the outside, try to stick it. He is there still side by side. Drag race to the next corner. Slurp's going to take it, though. Slurp up to second. 5.2 seconds to DeMeo, but he has 7 lap fresher mediums. So this is definitely doable. It's just a matter of how much lap time he can extract. Sean and Josh still have not come to the pit lane, as we are on lap 18 of 29, 12 laps to go. Slurp has already cut a half a second out of this lead of DeMayo's. He is flying right now. But it's gonna be a struggle for DeMayo to hold him off. Cole left the session. Oh no, more internet issues for Cole. That is not good at all. He is gonna be in AI mode and going much slower than the competition as the EC Rowdy goes through him. That might be Cole's race over. He's gonna still be going, but at a very reduced rate of speed because the AIs are so much slower. As Josh gets passed by 3 guys in the span of a couple of corners there, as he is on very, very old medium tires. Yet to pit in the race. As DeMayo's coming back in. DeMayo's into the pits. Okay, so he is going for a 2-stop. With 11 to go, DeMayo is back in. Is he going for another set of mediums? Yes, he is. Okay, so this is the strat for DeMayo. Rowdy's actually in for the same thing. Rowdy back on a set of mediums as well. So this was the strategy all along. Now they're going to try to catch back up to these guys. As here they come out of the pits right beside this battle between What a Life and McKinnon. Oh, there's contact! I don't know if What a Life knew he was there, but now they're side by side. DeMayo on the cold tires trying to get his tires warmed up. And these guys blended out a really bad scenario, but DeMayo's going to be able to stick ahead of the Ferrari and the Haas and the Williams. This 4-car battle here for 3rd is going to result in NASCAR fan passing McKinnon for 5th, and What a Life still there in 4th. They are going to be looking to get by him. What a Life going to try to stick on that DRS of DeMayo for as long as he can here. Try to hold off these guys. But now, Cole looks like he did get back into the race, but he is now 7 seconds behind Slurp. So Slurp is well in control of this race. DeMayo now has the freshest tires, as does Rowdy, but Rowdy is way down in 9th after that big mistake he made. So he is looking to be out of it. But I don't know how much 2-lap pressure tires are going to pay dividends for DeMayo. I don't think he's going to be able to make up that 13-second gap. As Rowdy now by Josh, who is on those really, really old mediums. He has still yet to pit in the race. We're on board with Josh here for a second. See if he comes to the pits this time. Yes, he will. So Josh finally gonna call it a day on those worn medium tires who made it 18 laps. Let's see if Sean follows him. No, Sean is still going. Sean has a reputation for this, just for going as long as he possibly can. And he's doing that once again. DeMayo closed the gap to 12.8, but it is going to be really hard for him to make up that gap. Josh is on the soft tires for his first stop, excuse me. Leafy made a second stop to put on the hard tires. He is actually in danger of going a lap down to race leader Slurp here soon. But everyone else is pretty well clear of the leaders. As DeMayo sets the fastest second 2 of the race. He is making some time, but I just don't think it's going to be enough to matter at all. As DeMayo takes the fast lap to 132.8, so he's definitely making something happen. Like I said, it's just he has 18 seconds to Slurp and 12 and a half to Cole. Is there some action back here for 5th and 6th again? McKinnon's still looking for a way around What a Life. NASCAR fan was able to get by him. These guys have been battling for a while. See DeMayo leg on there in 3rd, then NASCAR fan, then What a Life, then McKinnon, then Rowdy, who was on that 2-stop and made that mistake out of that hard left-hander that costed him a lot of time and positions. What a life, still sticking with NASCAR fan, looking for a way to get back by him. But about half a second is the gap. They are weaving down the straights here. Deep entry into turn one for, not turn one, then that left-hander for What a Life. Made up a couple of tenths there on the Williams. He is looking for another go here on the front stretch, I would guess. And actually, no, he's going to activate overtake now. And they are weaving all over the place here. NASCAR fans weaving everywhere. Whoa! He is going to let What a Life go. Probably played the DRS game a little bit here. Let's see if he actually got it. He did. Man, this is a wild battle between these two guys. Now, What a Life doing the same thing, going to weave everywhere. NASCAR fan with a humongous run. Going to go to the inside and easily take fourth back here. So, NASCAR fan playing that DRS game to perfection is going to be able to hold on to that P4. But now What a Life going to do the same thing here. Now DRS down this straightaway. Here he comes with the run. NASCAR fan blinking. Not going to be there, though. Just going to stick on the rear wing. McKinnon still hanging out, just watching this battle. We are coming to 7 to go. Slope with a commanding 6.4 second lead. Big oversteer moment from What a Life there. It's going to allow McKinnon to go to the inside. Through the left-hander, double wide, not going to work. So McKinnon backs out. What a Life goes a little bit wide. And he has DRS on the Ferrari. Rowdy joining these guys now. He is joining the battle. McKinnon the inside of the Ferrari. Into the left-hander. Ooh, that was close. What a Life able to keep it, though. Now, Rowdy looking for a way around the Haas. Going to look for the crossover. He's going to be able to dive to the inside here. Yes, he will. Rowdy 2P6. McKinnon going to not be able to do the switchback. Into the last turn. All these guys will have DRS. Rowdy right on the rear wing of What a Life. Now going to look for a way around him. DRS activated for both of these guys. NASCAR fan does not have it. Rowdy gonna finally dive out of line here. Look to the inside. Is he gonna dive into turn one? Yes, he is. Big dive. And Rowdy gonna make the move. What a Life looking for the switchback. Not gonna be there. Rowdy back up to fifth, trying to make up lost ground here. But What a Life gonna go back to the inside here. Great battle between the Red Bull and Ferrari. What a Life. Oh, what a move by Rowdy. That was so close to being race-ending damage there, as he made a humongous dive back to the inside of What a Life. Wow! Rowdy's saying he has to get a move on and make up for as much lost time as possible here. As NASCAR fan gets a little bit loose there, as does Rowdy. Now Rowdy going to look for that P4 on the Williams. DRS activated. Rowdy has a run at him here. He's going to activate overtake. Going to go to the inside here. Another big dive for Rowdy. Is he going to get the move done on NASCAR fan? Yes, he will. Rowdy back up to fourth, where he was before all this mess happened. But now, long way to go to DeMeo. Cole is making a little bit of inroads on the lead of Slurp. I wish he hadn't lagged out for that little bit of time, because then this race would be a lot closer. However, Slurp is just doing what he needs to do, managing the gap. Not really making any mistakes. Just kind of driving his own race here as he closes up to the AlphaTauri Leafy, who is about to go a lap down. And I'm going to keep checking in on this battle here, because this is a crazy battle for, oh, yellow sector 2. Sean was a little bit slow. Sean is still not pitted. Why? That's just my question. Why is he not pitted yet? He's been on the mediums for 22 laps. He's in 12th place. He's just having fun. Let's see if he pits now. Oh, he has to. He has a puncture. That's why the yellow flag is out. So Sean goes 22 laps on the mediums, gets a puncture, and then finally goes into the pits. Okay. That is the absolute definition of pushing it to the limit. That is what he just did. Banjo making moves here. Up to P9, passing Chan, who looks like he made a mistake there out of that last corner, as he lost the position and then lost a whole second and more to the Williams driver. As back to this battle, Wildlife has been in some crazy battles this entire race, and back to this one with him and McKinnon. NASCAR fan has pulled away a little bit from these guys, and they still are going to have DRS on him here. As McKinnon gets the run, he's going to lift though and not take it. Under 5 laps to go now. Leafy has gone a lap down to the leaders, and Sean is also right in front of them. But still, Slurp holds a 5.5 second lead over teammate Cole. Mercedes looking to lock down the 1-2 here to take a crucial advantage here in their Constructors' Championship. First race on F123 seems to be going smoothly, but this is a sign for things to come in the future. We had that exhibition racing guitar that had a lot of server issues, so glad there is no such thing happening here. We've seen a couple guys lack up, but nothing too crazy. As Wildlife goes way wide, Chan is out of the race! Oh! What happened to Chan? He's retiring from the race at Sector 2. Looks like he's still going, but I hope he doesn't retire in a weird spot so we have a safety car. He's pulling off right in the middle of the straightaway. Oh boy. Is that going to bring out a safety car with 4 to go? Sean actually sets the pass to Sector 1 of the race there. No, Chan's car has been cleared, so no safety car. We are all good. Slurp is saying, thank you, Jesus. As that 5.5 second gap he had to Cole before has now grown to 6.7, so DeMeo has closed that gap down to under 10 seconds, but it's not going to be near enough to get to the lead or even to second. So Mercedes looking like they're going to hold down this one too, and have a very strong opening start to the season. Pole sitter Rowdy had a up and down race. He was trying to make that two-shot strategy work with DeMeo, but made that mistake, fell behind DeMeo, and neither of them were going to get back to the front in this race. It's really hard to do on that two-stop. Sean actually sets the fastest lap, 1:32.3. That's half a second faster than the other one, so props to Sean. I would say he's going to steal a point in the race, but he's P11 after staying out on those mediums for 22 laps. But under 3 to go now for Slurp. 6.5 seconds ahead of his teammate. Gonna check back on this 5th place battle that seems to be never ending between McKinney and NASCAR fan. Wildlife is still hanging out there, still a part of this battle. Boyd actually gonna come to the pits here. Maybe going for fastest lap. But Boyd gonna give up his P8 and come to the pits to try to get a fastest lap time. McKinnon with a nice run on the Williams. Is gonna look to the inside here with DRS. NASCAR fan gonna block him hard. Gonna look to the outside here. McKinney gonna dive in on the outside. A little bit of contact, tire banging. NASCAR fan gonna try to hold the position. He clears McKinney, and Wildlife is still right there. This 3-car battle has been going on the entire race pretty much, and it's still not over yet. It's been really nice, good racing between these guys. A little bit of weaving on the straights, but that's all in good fun, at least in our world. Through the sharp left-hander, everyone gonna make it through smoothly. DRS for the Haas and the Ferrari on the Williams. He continues to weave along the straightaways. Coming the line, Slurp takes 2 laps to go in the race. 2 to go from Bahrain for Season 2, Race 1. Slurp has led almost the entire second half of this race after the pit cycle was complete. and has had this thing well in hand for a while. Through the last corner here, McKinney going to have that crucial DRS on the Williams, but he got a really bad run off in the curb there. It's going to cost him a little bit of time. DRS activated on NASCAR fan, but he's going to have a long way to go if he's going to make a move into turn 1. I don't think he's going to get there. One Life going to go for it, though. He has the move, not quite. These guys are also keeping pace with Rowdy still, who's up by there in P4. 7-second lead for Slurp. He still has this thing well in hand. As we continue on with this 5th, 6th, and 7th place battle, What a Life falling a little bit back there through sectors 1 and 2. McKinnon's still right on that rear wing of NASCAR fan, though, looking for a top 5 finish in the first race of the season. Coming through the last corner is Slurp to take the white flag. It is one more to go from Bahrain for Slurp and the Mercedes. Mercedes looking for the 1-2 here to start off the season in a big way. Slurp, one of the only multi-time winners last season. He had 2 wins for McLaren in the last season of Formula Costco, but was one of the guys who quit racing early because of the new release of F123. But now, on F123, he has looked dominant in this race in the second half. Ooh, a little bit oversteer on that curb there. A little bit worrying, but no harm done. Just got to make a couple more clean sectors and bring this thing home to take the first win of Season 2. There is Boyle's fastest lap. He was going for it and he got it. So good job, Boyle. He's going to hold that point dearly. Slurp through the left-hander here. The lap traffic of Sean, not really going to be too much of a factor. Slurp just needs to bring it home here. In a day where Mercedes dominates on the 1-stop over the 2-stop, Slurp's going to swerve, hit the Pirelli signs, come back on the racing line, and through the final corner, it's going to be his 3rd career Formula Costco win, his first for Mercedes. Slurp takes the first win of Season 2 in Bahrain. Slurp does it, slides across the finish line, and oh, a massive crash across the finish line for Slurp, but he takes the win. Here comes his teammate Cole to take P2. After disconnecting from the race for a couple of minutes, and that lost him some time and took him out of the race for the win. But as a 1-2 for Mercedes here in Bahrain, DeMeo completes the podium in the Aston Martin. The 2-stop didn't quite work out for him, but he still takes a very solid P3. Here comes Colson to Rowdy for 4th place, and McKinney is going to take P5 away from NASCAR fan as everyone wrecks across the start-finish line. NASCAR fan 6, What a Life 7. Boyle coming through the last corner here to take 8th place. Swarming across the line he is. And then Banjo for P9th, and completing the point scorers. Here comes Josh Brown in the McLaren. Through the final corner, he will take P10. Then Sean will finish 11th and Leafy P12. Chan not going to finish tonight's race. He will be P13. Good job, everyone, on the race. No issues. It was all good, clean racing. And Slurp was able to make the 1-stop work and take the first victory of Season 2. As we wait on Sean here to come through for his 11th place. And there you have it. Now everyone has finished. We will get to the podium celebration in just a second for Slurp, DeMeo, and Cole. And driver of the day goes to McKinnon. One last time, here is your finishing order. You can see everyone there. Boyle ends up with fastest lap with a 132.121. And that is going to do it from me tonight. Signing off, I am Norman on Xbox, and we will see you from Japan next Thursday. Formula Costco is going to be moving to a new day. I am 90% sure it's going to be Thursday. So instead of Tuesdays at 9, it'll be Thursdays at 9. But yeah, we're just trying to get all this schedule stuff sorted out so we can have things set in stone for the future. But I will see you guys next week on probably Thursday from Japan for race 2. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys next week.